He said it's a bad thing. He said it's some new age made up. He also said people got to be sacrificed in order to protect guns. If he was saying that while fighting for reparations, I may have a little bit of empathy.
I have no empathy for people that don't have a sense of etiquette, a sense of decency.
I don't know what it is about black women. They like to smack their lips and eat.
You know, why are you like talking about politics and something that's like horrible that everyone's saying, and you just sitting there carefree, smacking, eating some kind of chocolate? What do you call that? Decorum?
Yeah.
Your decorum is...
She doesn't have any.
Well, she said about what he said about gun rights.
Yeah, she's taking what he said out of context. To put in perspective what she's referring to, Charlie said having the Second Amendment is the price you pay, you're going to lose people's lives, which is sound. It's basic logic. I could say the same thing about swimming pools, about vehicles, about pharmaceuticals. That's the price we pay to allow people the right to, take part in taking pharmaceuticals, to have a swimming pool, to drive a car,
to have a gun. The best example is alcohol.
Exactly.
Alcohol kills, I think it's 5 or 6 times more than guns.
Yeah, cigarettes. That's
Are you going to ban alcohol? It kills way more people than guns. Yeah. But you're not, because everybody likes to drink. So that's something you're essentially sacrificing people's lives.
Yeah, that's what he meant.
Yeah, that's what he meant. But you choose to mock him for it.
Yeah, when
he made a rational, logical statement, and look how you acting. You ain't even got the common decency, decorum to like sit up straight and just act like you got, like your parents taught you something about etiquette.
Yes, talking about something as important as this, and you got that smacking and eating chocolate.
Disgusted.
Yeah.
But this white on white violence, he died?
White on white violence.
Well, black commentators, they use that phrase because they're mocking white people. Because white people say this black on black violence is a problem in this country.
It is.
It's a huge problem for the black community. Instead of listening to what white people have to say about that, they twist it around and try to mock white people.
Right.
This white on white violence.
Everybody knows there's no problem with white on white violence. Now, there's a problem with black on black violence, and there's a problem with black on white violence.
Yeah, it's just a statistical fact.
Damn, B. Life comes at you fast. I can't have empathy for someone like Charlie Kirk because I cannot be in his shoes. I have no frame of reference for that. I have no cognizance for that.
You know, if this girl was actually white, she would be a white supremacist. Guaranteed. With this mindset she got?
Yeah, she says she can't put herself in Charlie Kirk's shoes.
Can you put yourself in being just a human being's shoes? Can you be human?
Yeah. If you can't be human, of course, I would agree with your statement. You can't have a perspective from, being in Charlie Kirk's shoes because you can't. You don't have a perspective. Your perspective comes from unhuman, just stupid stance.
Hatred.
Yeah.
Jealousy.
That's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Jealousy.
There literally is nothing about his existence that I can relate to. So I don't have any empathy because I have no connectivity.
She wants to sound like so smart.
Yeah.
Because I have no connectivity.
Yeah. Like if something horrible like this was to happen to Joe Biden or Kamala Harris, I would feel horrible about that.
Yeah.
I don't have anything in common with Joe Biden.
Yeah.
I don't have anything in common with Kamala Harris.
Well, Kevin, you are a decent human being.
The words that come out of this woman's mouth is just horrible.
Oh, she's just warming up.
I have more connectivity to someone who is a complete stranger that dies of a drug overdose than I do to someone like Charlie Kirk. Because life is hard.
Yeah.
Why don't you make that comparison?
Yeah.
You just contradicted what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
She said, I don't have any connectivity, so I can't have any empathy. But then you go to your very next statement, I have more empathy Let me calm down. I have more empathy for a person, a total stranger, dying from a drug overdose. Does that make any sense?
Yeah. Easy. Actually, for me, it's easier for me to get over someone overdosing on drugs because I didn't know that person.
Right.
And they knew the choices, the decisions they were making were
Right.
detrimental to their health.
Yeah.
It's easier for me to reconcile that.
Right.
But she's just trying to go against.
She's just trying to sound smart.
Yeah, she's just.
But she sounds really stupid.
Yeah.
And I understand that. Because it takes very little for someone to end up committing themselves to an existence of numbness. I understand that. That man got murdered at 31 at a college event in the middle of a sentence talking about black gangs. What a way to go.
That's not what he said. Gang violence.
Yeah.
You attributed it to black gangs because primarily that's who make up gangs.
Yeah, gangs are synonymous with
black people.
Black people.
So you attached that to that. He didn't even say anything about black people. He said gang violence right before they fired.
Yeah. The thing I find so troubling about this is like when you try to call out the violence, the people that are being unalived by black people, the black gangs, the habitual offenders, just unaliving people repeatedly over and over and over, you call us racist. Y'all not trying to call any attention to that, but when a white man brings it up, he's racist. But you're not even willing to say that about your own people to help save people's lives or call attention to that matter.
Yeah, but Charlie's never hurt anybody.
No, he hasn't. No,
he hasn't never taken anybody's life. But y'all cover for gang. You're actually defending gangs.
Yeah, covering for gangs.
Like they are above criticism.
It's crazy. It's weird.
Oh, Chanel. He was actually taken out by an old white man in one of the whitest, whitery, witty whites states in existence. He didn't get murked in Watts now. They took him out in Utah. They said Lady Oleana. I want you to know it was us.
Poor cat.
Ain't no way it was a black man that took that man out. Not no Utah. Mm-hmm. And right as that bullet hit him.
What is up with all the leg action?
You know what's crazy about the man who took Charlie Kirk's life, that piece of crap? His parents were Republican, registered Republicans, Christians. But this kid that assassinated Charlie Kirk, he wasn't a Republican.
Well, he had on one of his bullets, he inscribed fascist.
Yeah. So which leads me to believe if he's not a registered Republican, he has to be a Democrat or at the very least unaffiliated. He probably went to this college. They radicalized him because it doesn't make sense for Republicans to shoot Republicans.
Yeah.
But it does make sense. You send your kid off to school and your kid comes back and he's totally unrecognizable because all the filth and the woke stuff they preach over in these schools.
She's a perfect example of it. She calls people on the right fascist, Nazis, Hitler, all of that.
Yeah.
This woman is what caused that kid to do that.
Right. He actually believed him.
And that man was in the middle of talking shit about gangs. White on white crime.
You can't criticize gangs?
You can't trash gangs? That is crazy what she just said.
Yeah.
That is insane. He was right in the middle of talking trash about gangs.
Yeah, but
why wouldn't people be okay about talking trash about gangs?
Because they're primarily black.
Exactly.
That's why. I don't see how anyone can take this woman serious.
Yeah, I thought Joy Reid was bad.
And
she's probably the worst thinker of black women. The absolute worst.
Crime. These thugs, y'all. Someone compared Charlie Kirk's assassination to Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination.
They both died for
speaking
what they stood for.
They do have a lot in common. They both were Republicans.
a lot of people looked up to them. Both were inspired by them. Mm-hmm. Like when Martin Luther King died, that shook a lot of people. And it shook a lot of people when Charlie Kirk died. But she's going to minimize who Charlie Kirk was because he's a white guy.
Yeah. Because
That's why.
She's racist.
Yeah.
What's up with all this smacking black women do?
No, she thinks she's being funny. Actually, what she's doing is funny to black people. It's entertaining. They like this. So black people do like this. I find it annoying, but that's her fan base.
The internet don't hate me. No.
Every time I see this woman talking, she's all by herself.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Nope, the internet don't hate me. But I know that sounded hot when you said it. It sounded like some shit to say. You was like, oh, I'm about to. But it don't hate me. So, there's that. Anywho, my lipstick, I done ate up all my lipstick. Will this activate more of the white nationalists? I don't know. I don't think about the white nationalists.
Well, white nationalists, it's easy to radicalize people on the left because of the way they put their message out there. Mm-hmm. It's all based off emotion. So it's easy to radicalize somebody on the left. I totally get that. That's why you see people celebrating Charlie's death. Mm-hmm. They've been radicalized. But on the right, we got like a decorum and decency about ourselves. I'm not saying we cannot be radicalized on the right, but it's more prevalent on the left. Yeah. Like, I remember we first came across this woman. We got invited to a YouTube Black event. Oh, I'll never go back to that event ever again. They won't invite us.
I wouldn't go back anyway because it's just stupid. YouTube Black?
Yeah.
Why do we even go the first time?
It was nothing but black creators was invited. But anyway, I guess the heart was in the right place. But when I went there, it was all about black people. And I just felt like this is really weird. And she was invited to speak and talk. And I was like sitting there listening to her talk. We both were. I was like, man, this woman hates white people.
Yeah. And I wasn't even in politics that.
Yeah. And
I wasn't, I was Democrat, but I wasn't like entrenched in it like I am now.
Yeah.
And from the moment she started talking, I said, man, this woman hates white people and she hates herself.
Probably. And see that wall art? It's like African wall art.
Yeah.
It's like
these people want to be African so bad. You can go to Africa, you can go buy your plane ticket, you can learn your lost language. Y'all can be African. You have the resources to do it, but y'all continue to stay here. But in a white nationalist country.
Hey, Kevin, but she's not even African. She's American.
I know.
She's born here.
I know. That's the crazy thing.
And why would you have allegiance for a country that sold your ancestors into slavery to white men?
Yeah.
That's why I still don't understand about that.
Yeah.
White people walk around in African clothing. Why do you have allegiance for them? They sold you to the white people.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was absolutely okay with children being shot in school. Absolutely. Literally said they should be sacrificed.
No, he wasn't. No, he did not believe in
that. Political violence is horrible. Are you an op? Where do y'all come with these lines? It's like you hear someone say it and you be like, yeah, that's some hot shit to say.
Yeah, stop
political.
She's streaming this right now. They said political violence is wrong. She said, are you an op?
Opposition. That stands for opposition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Violence is horrible. I don't know if y'all have, I don't know. It's hard for me to relate to like such a,
see?
It's hard for me to relate to such a what's what I'm looking for? To such a non-realistic, Claudia! I was going to send it to you. When people say political violence is horrible, I'm just like, what planet have you been on? What planet have you been on? Also, like political violence, he was a right-wing commentator. Dissonance was the word. Thank you. Because you saw me reaching. I was like, where is it? Where is it? Dissonance was the word. Dissonance. I'm like, where? Learn something about Belfast, Northern Ireland. Then tell me about political violence.
You see that, right?
Learn something about Tulsa, Oklahoma. Then tell me about political violence. Learn something about the rabbit-proof fence in Australia. Then tell me about political violence. Learn something about the 38th parallel in Korea, about the massacre at Jeju Island, and then tell me about political violence.
Yeah, all political violence is bad. It's easy to say. Why can't you say that?
Yeah.
I think that's what they were pushing for.
Yeah, they calling her out on the BS. See, you calling for political violence.
Yeah.
Political violence is bad, but she can't say that
Violence-
because she think it's justified.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. You think Charlie Kirk being assassinated is political violence?
She doesn't think so.
That's crazy.
And there's people that say she's smart.
If you're not willing to call that, or if you don't realize that was political violence,
They're brain dead.
yeah, you're low capacity.
Drop some examples of political violence here in the comments. Rosewood, Oscarville.
Wow.
I guess because he's not black, it's not political violence. That's what she's saying.
Do y'all see what's going on in Nepal? In Indonesia? Do y'all remember Kent State? Niggas get shot every day, B. Derry, the Chicago fire, Palestine. Killing black folks who just tried to vote. This is political violence. Flint, Michigan.
She's saying that.
The Chicago.
Yeah, only when it impacts black people is it political violence.
It's only political violence when
Or
the
brown
person is
people.
black.
Yeah,
or
or brown, yeah.
That's not true. Political violence could be on any demographic of people. Every ethnicity is considered political violence.
Yeah.
Just to show you how racist she is, she don't think violence against white people could be considered violence or
it's
political
justified.
violence.
Yeah, this woman is a racist.
Yeah. Yes, she is.
But because she's black, she gets away with it.
Yeah.
But if she was white, spewing the same garbage, she would be banned from every platform.
Exactly, she would.
But because you're black, they feel sorry for you. And that's why they allow you to be up online.
Yeah, it's not your fault. You're black. You can't help yourself.
Yeah, it's you're just pathetic.